In the quiet, picturesque town of Willow Creek, the sudden disappearance of Richard Hale sends shockwaves through the community. Richard, a prominent businessman known for his generosity and impeccable reputation, vanishes without a trace. His sudden disappearance leaves his family and the townspeople in a state of disbelief and fear. Detective Logan Mitchell, a seasoned investigator with a reputation for solving complex cases, is called in to handle the situation. As Logan arrives at Richard's opulent estate, he is met with a scene of disarray. The living room, once a place of warmth and hospitality, now holds a sense of eerie abandonment. The only sign of struggle is a single piece of paper found on the floor, with the name Alex scrawled across it in hurried handwriting. Logan's sharp instincts tell him that Richard's disappearance is not a simple case of a missing person. He begins his investigation by speaking with Richard's family and close associates. They describe him as a man who had no known enemies, making the case even more puzzling. Despite his public image, Logan discovers whispers of hidden tensions and business dealings that suggest not everything was as perfect as it seemed. As Logan delves into Richard's business affairs, he uncovers a web of deceit involving high-stakes investments and questionable partnerships. The name Alex keeps coming up in various contexts, leading Logan to suspect that this person might hold the key to understanding Richard's disappearance. Alex is known for his criminal background, but recent reports suggest he has been trying to stay under the radar. The investigation takes Logan into the underbelly of the town, where he encounters shady figures and obscure clues. Each lead seems to point back to Alex, but the elusive nature of his whereabouts complicates the search. Logan's frustration grows as he realizes that Alex is not only avoiding capture but may also be deliberately hiding from him. During his investigation, Logan meets Sarah, a reclusive woman who lives on the outskirts of town. Sarah is known for her keen observations and has always been a bit of a mystery herself. Logan learns that Sarah was near Richard's estate on the night he disappeared. She might have witnessed something crucial, but her reluctance to speak adds another layer of complexity to the case. Logan approaches Sarah cautiously, hoping to gain her trust and coax out any information she might have. However, Sarah is guarded and hesitant, clearly troubled by something. Her fear is palpable, and Logan senses that there is more to her reluctance than meets the eye. Despite his best efforts, Sarah remains tight-lipped, leaving Logan with more questions than answers. As days pass and the search for Alex intensifies, Logan feels the pressure mounting. The town's anxiety grows, and the local media begins to sensationalize the case, further complicating the investigation. Logan realizes that to solve the mystery of Richard's disappearance, he must unravel the connections between Alex, Sarah, and the enigmatic circumstances surrounding the case. With a growing sense of urgency, Logan presses on, determined to uncover the truth. The piece of paper with Alex's name, a seemingly insignificant clue, now holds the promise of leading him closer to resolving the case. But as he digs deeper, he realizes that the disappearance of Richard Hale is only the beginning of a much darker and more complex story. Detective Logan Mitchell's investigation into the disappearance of Richard Hale has led him to suspect Alex, a man with a known criminal past. As Logan delves deeper, he uncovers a tangled web of illicit activities connecting Alex to a series of unsolved crimes. Alex's name is repeatedly linked to shady business dealings and organized crime, raising Logan's suspicions further. The more Logan learns about Alex, the clearer it becomes that he is not acting alone. The connections between Alex and various powerful figures suggest that he is a pawn in a much larger scheme. Logan's attempts to locate Alex are met with frustration. Alex seems to have vanished without a trace. His ability to stay hidden while leaving a trail of corruption behind makes him an even more elusive target. Logan intensifies his search for Alex, following leads that take him into the darkest corners of the town's criminal underworld. He discovers that Alex has been involved in several high-profile heists and rackets. But each lead only seems to further complicate the case, as if someone is deliberately obstructing Logan's progress. The more Logan uncovers, the more he realizes that Alex is part of a larger network of criminals. In his quest to understand Alex's role, Logan begins to piece together the nature of the criminal organization involved. He learns that Richard Hale may have stumbled upon information threatening the organization's operations, which could explain his sudden disappearance. the network's reach and influence become increasingly apparent, revealing a shadowy and powerful figure orchestrating the crimes from behind the scenes. Sarah, the reclusive woman who was near Richard's estate the night he disappeared, becomes a crucial piece of the puzzle. Despite her initial reluctance, Logan manages to persuade her to provide more information. Sarah reveals that she saw Alex lurking near the estate but is reluctant to divulge more details. Her fear of retribution is evident, and Logan senses that she knows much more than she is letting on. Logan's persistence begins to pay off as Sarah gradually opens up. She mentions that Alex had been behaving suspiciously in the days leading up to Richard's disappearance. He was seen meeting with various unknown individuals and frequently changed his appearance. Sarah's observations point to Alex's attempts to evade detection, suggesting he may be preparing to flee or lay low. As Logan investigates further, he faces increasing resistance from various quarters. Anonymous threats are made against him, and his home is vandalized, signaling that he is treading on dangerous ground. Despite the intimidation, Logan remains undeterred, driven by his commitment to uncover the truth. He begins to suspect that someone powerful is trying to prevent him from solving the case. The pressure on Logan mounts as the media frenzy surrounding the case intensifies. Public interest in Richard Hale's disappearance grows, and the local authorities demand progress. Logan is pushed to deliver results, but the more he uncovers, the more he realizes that he is up against a formidable adversary. In the midst of the chaos, Logan receives a cryptic message that seems to offer a clue about Alex's whereabouts. The message is laced with threats, but also hints at a hidden agenda. Logan must navigate through the web of deceit, corruption, and intimidation to get closer to the truth. The deeper he digs, the clearer it becomes that the case is far more intricate than he initially believed. With every step forward, Logan uncovers more about the criminal network's operations and their connection to Richard's disappearance. The sense of urgency grows as Logan races against time to find Alex and unravel the mystery. The case's complexity challenges Logan's skills and instincts, pushing him to the limits as he battles against unseen forces working to keep the truth buried. As Detective Logan Mitchell continues his pursuit of Alex, he grows increasingly frustrated by the lack of concrete leads. The clues are sparse, and Alex's ability to stay hidden is remarkable. With Sarah now fully involved, Logan learns more about Alex's recent activities. Sarah reveals that Alex had been seen meeting with several high-profile individuals, but she is still terrified of providing full details. Logan starts to suspect that Alex is not just a pawn but an active participant in a larger criminal scheme. His investigation leads him to a hidden network of illegal operations linked to powerful figures in the town. The more Logan uncovers, the more he realizes that the criminal network is vast and deeply entrenched. Alex's role seems to be that of a middleman, but he is not working alone. He is part of a well-organized group with significant influence. The investigation takes a new turn when Logan finds hidden documents in one of Alex's abandoned safe houses. These documents reveal the names of several key players in the criminal network, including the shadowy figure orchestrating the entire scheme. The documents also suggest that Richard Hale had been on the brink of exposing these criminals, making him a target. Logan's pursuit of the truth becomes even more perilous as he discovers that the criminal mastermind behind the network is a powerful businessman named Victor Caldwell. Caldwell's influence extends into various sectors, and he has the means to manipulate events and cover up his crimes. The documents indicate that Caldwell had been using Alex to silence potential threats and cover up illegal activities, including Richard's disappearance. Logan realizes that Sarah might have been involved in the scheme in some capacity. Her fear and reluctance to fully cooperate suggest that she might be more entangled in the situation than she initially let on. Logan decides to confront Sarah, hoping she will finally provide the missing pieces of the puzzle. When confronted, Sarah admits that she had been working for Caldwell under duress. She had been forced to act as an informant and provide information about Richard and Alex. Sarah reveals that Caldwell had threatened her life and the safety of her family if she did not comply. Despite her fear, Sarah is now determined to help Logan bring Caldwell to justice. With Sarah's cooperation, Logan gains insight into Caldwell's operations and the extent of his criminal empire. The details reveal a chilling pattern of intimidation, blackmail, and murder, all orchestrated to maintain Caldwell's grip on power. Logan learns that Caldwell had been manipulating Alex to carry out his dirty work while keeping himself hidden behind layers of deceit. Logan devises a plan to confront Caldwell and gather enough evidence to arrest him. He coordinates with Sarah to arrange a meeting with Caldwell, pretending to be a potential ally. The plan is risky, but it is the best chance they have to expose the truth and rescue Richard, if he is still alive. As Logan prepares for the confrontation, he faces mounting pressure from the authorities and the public. The case has become a media sensation, and the demand for answers is relentless. Logan must navigate the treacherous waters of politics and media while trying to stay one step ahead of Caldwell's network. The tension builds as Logan and Sarah move closer to the moment of truth. Caldwell's network is vast and dangerous, and the stakes are high. Logan knows that the confrontation could turn deadly, but he is resolute in his mission to bring justice and uncover the full extent of Caldwell's crimes. In the final hours before the planned confrontation, Logan's team prepares for a showdown that could change everything. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together, but the final act remains fraught with danger and uncertainty. Logan's determination and resourcefulness will be tested as he faces the ultimate challenge in his quest for justice. The confrontation with Victor Caldwell is set. Detective Logan Mitchell and Sarah prepare for a high-stakes meeting at a secluded warehouse, a place Caldwell uses for his clandestine operations. The warehouse is a labyrinth of dimly lit rooms and hidden passageways, adding an extra layer of danger to their plan. Logan's team is on high alert, ready for any eventuality, but the tension is palpable as they approach the final showdown. Logan and Sarah arrive at the warehouse, posing as potential allies interested in joining Caldwell's criminal enterprise. Caldwell, ever the manipulative and calculating figure, is wary but intrigued by their offer. The meeting is tense, with Caldwell's guards watching every move. As Logan and Sarah engage in conversation, they carefully navigate the dangerous game of deception, trying to buy time and gather enough evidence to implicate Caldwell. Logan's plan is to collect incriminating evidence during the meeting. He has hidden recording devices and cameras throughout the warehouse, capturing every word and action. As the conversation progresses, Caldwell becomes increasingly confident, revealing snippets of his criminal activities and his involvement in Richard Hale's disappearance. Caldwell's arrogance and lack of fear reveal his belief that he is untouchable. However, just as Logan starts to gather enough evidence, the situation takes a turn for the worse. Caldwell becomes suspicious of Logan and Sarah's true intentions. He orders his guards to search them, and Logan realizes that their cover is about to be blown. In a high-stakes move, Logan signals his team to prepare for immediate action. A confrontation ensues. Caldwell's guards engage in a fierce battle with Logan's team. The warehouse becomes a chaotic battleground, with gunfire and shouts echoing through the darkened corridors. Logan fights his way through, determined to reach Caldwell and bring him to justice. Amidst the chaos, Sarah manages to stay close to Caldwell, using her knowledge of the warehouse to avoid capture. Logan finally corners Caldwell in a private office at the back of the warehouse. The room is filled with documents and files detailing Caldwell's criminal empire. As Logan and Caldwell face off, Caldwell tries to bribe Logan, offering him a share of his fortune and promising to disappear forever if Logan lets him go. But Logan is resolute. He knows that letting Caldwell escape would mean abandoning justice for Richard and countless others who have suffered because of him. In a tense exchange, Logan confronts Caldwell with the evidence gathered during the meeting. Caldwell's facade of confidence crumbles as he realizes that his empire is about to fall. Despite his attempts to escape, Caldwell is ultimately overpowered by Logan's team. The criminal mastermind is arrested, and his network of corruption begins to unravel. With Caldwell in custody, Logan and Sarah work to piece together the final details of Richard Hale's disappearance. They discover that Richard had been taken to a hidden location, where he was held captive by Caldwell's operatives. A rescue operation is launched, and Richard is found alive but traumatized. The relief of rescuing Richard is tempered by the realization of the damage Caldwell's actions have caused. In the aftermath of the case, the town of Willow Creek begins to heal from the shock of the revelations. Logan's investigation exposes the depth of Caldwell's corruption and leads to the arrest of several key figures in the criminal network. The town starts to rebuild, and the scars left by Caldwell's actions are slowly healed. Sarah, now a key witness, is placed under protection as she assists in the ongoing investigations. Her bravery and cooperation play a crucial role in dismantling the remaining elements of Caldwell's empire. Logan reflects on the case, realizing that the pursuit of justice often comes with personal sacrifices and challenges. As the dust settles, Logan's commitment to uncovering the truth and bringing justice to those affected by Caldwell's crimes is recognized. The case serves as a reminder of the resilience of individuals and communities in the face of darkness. Logan continues his work with renewed determination, knowing that the fight against crime and corruption is far from over.